So here's a little bit of a disclaimer. It's the most difficult thing for me to do while I do this is to not repeat myself, because I love to talk and I love to tangent. And so, disclaimer, there will be repetition, and maybe that's a good thing. Hopefully I get a handle on this, because what I do is I watch the video before it gets posted, and then I look for opportunities to, at and hashtag, and then I basically have the diatribe written out to some extent, and then I'm storyboarding a real-time narrative. Okay, so the disclaimer here is if I talk about the same thing over and over again, or in other videos I've mentioned the same concepts or whatever, and I haven't really gotten further from that step or from that phase, that conversation phase in the narrative, I apologize, because that's where the difficulty lies. But the issue that I had to overcome was that you're not going to start if you don't start, right? It's that simple. So I had a breakdown in my quality control because I'm a perfectionist. So I was like trying to storyboard a real-time narrative that wasn't happening yet, and you just don't start if you think that way. So this is the disclaimer, and also an opportunity to tell anybody that's watching that I totally feel for you, and I understand why you wouldn't start something, because it's difficult to get further if you keep restarting. So one of the tricks I can give you here, okay, it's a disclaimer and a trick. Geez, I was going to do under a minute. I can't talk under a minute. It's impossible. One of the tricks is, first, you have to do it every single day and find the time in which it's the most effective. Like, you're the most effective. And for me, it's like first thing in the morning. Like right now, it's like before 8 o'clock, I think. The way that works is that's just ritual. It's like a micro habit, right? And so I do two things. I shoot twice. So that means that I'll pretend that the first video I record in the morning, I pretend it's like the first one I'm ever going to post. And that warms me up. It's also good for content because, the video's there and I can use it for something else if I need to, like sound bites or video bites. And then I record a second one. What I'm going to have to start to do is I'm going to have to start to watch the first one and then post the second one, so I can start to see where the delivery is, where I'm going with the narrative, and then I can look at like notes, because I keep notes of what I talked about, and then I can see strategy, like I can see where I'm starting to move with the story, right? But it's just repetition. That's all it is. It's just absolute repetition, consistency and repetition. And it's a machine, and you just keep going, and then it gets better and better and better. And the reason why I had such a problem posting is because I kept rethinking it, kept rejigging it, rethinking it, or second guessing myself. And that doesn't help. That doesn't help, especially if you're, you're a maniac with like quality control. So it's the repetition and then going over it, and then that's it, really. And then you just get better at it. And then, so for podcasting, it's the same thing. Podcasting is a little bit confusing at times, because without watching yourself, because I can see like the camera's up here, and then I can see here if I was to look into my eyes like that. But when you're podcasting, you can go way into space. That's why I love it, right? Because I just basically put my AirPods in, and then I record, and I can just talk, and then I know that I'm 15 minutes. It's very easy to do, but you can go travel into space with that one. So when you go and you listen back, it's very difficult to transcribe what you think the narrative should go to next. So there's a lot here, man, but at the same time, I'm really happy to start getting it out, because I have only so many days to create this video novel that basically is writing itself and proving points along the way, because I'm in way too many conversations that have to do with a whole bunch of things that the people that talk to me may or may not think I'm an expert in. And so, by demonstration, you become the expert, right? Because I'm only gonna continually grow myself by talking to you or talking to this iPhone, right?